Okay.
Start, sir.
This is P.V. Ramana, JL in English, TSR Jesse Sarvail. Welcome you all to the webinar classes conducted by TRA Society, Telangana. Today, in this session, we are going to learn about articles and their uses in English language. This topic is given in Module 1 under the 4th unit, Language and Usage. This is the second part in the 4th unit. Let us see what are articles and how do we use articles in English language. Here, articles are a special kind of adjectives. They give information about nouns. Articles make it clear whether we are talking about a specific, a definite thing or something in general. Here you see, articles are of two kinds: indefinite article or an, definite article the. Let me give you one example. Rahul met a lawyer. Here, Rahul met a lawyer means the speaker doesn't know who the lawyer is. Here, the lawyer is not specified. We don't know. There are so many lawyers and we don't know who the lawyer is exactly. Come to the second one, definite article, the. Swami met the lawyer. Here in this sentence, the speaker knows who the lawyer is. That's why definite article. The is called the definite article and a or an is called indefinite article. Let us see these two articles one by one. A or an is commonly used before a singular noun. This is very important. This is basic principle. A or an is commonly used before a singular noun. Look at the examples. A boy, a girl, a story, a book, a table, a bird, an engineer, an interesting story, an umbrella. So what is the fundamental, what is the basic rule, what is the primary rule for using either a or an? It is indefinite article is commonly used before a singular noun. That is very important. Here, let us see how to use a or an. A is used before a singular noun which begins with a consonant sound. You know, there are, I'm not talking about letters, I'm talking about sounds. Please think about it. A is used before a singular noun which begins with a consonant sound. An is used before a singular noun which begins with a vowel sound. So the basic principle, basic idea that was given earlier was a or an is commonly used before a singular noun. That is fundamental. That is prime rule. First rule, that is. And now when we go for a or an, how can we use them? A is used before a singular noun which begins with a consonant sound. An is used before a singular noun which begins with a vowel sound. Now let us see how do we use either a or an. Before the first one, before a singular countable noun. Look, there are three ideas. A, in the sense of one, O-N-E one. In the sense of one, we use indefinite article, either a or an, before a singular countable noun. For example, he is a scientist. Rahul is an engineer. So in the sense of one, O-N-E one, in the meaning of O-N-E one, we use either a or an. And the second one, in the sense of same, same means alike. Birds of a feather, birds of a feather flock together. Means here a feather means the same feather. The two brothers are of a size, means they are of equal size. They are of the same size. Same. In the meaning of same, we use either a or an. In the sense of every, look at the example. Onions cost 50 rupees a kilogram. Onions cost 50 rupees a kilogram. Here, before a singular countable noun, we use either a or an. So how do we use in the meaning of one, in the meaning of same, and in the meaning of every? We use either a or an. This is the first way. This is how we use either a or an. This is one. Let us go to the next point. When a thing or a person is introduced for the first time, suppose we are writing a story, or we are talking about something, we are talking about talking about a person. When you are going to introduce a thing or a person for the first time, we use either a or an. How do we use a or an? Before singular countable nouns, that too before vowel sounds, we use can, and before consonant sounds, we use a. Look at the examples. When a thing or person is introduced for the first time, I saw an old man. They killed a snake. We saw an accident. Here, for the first time, when a thing or a person is introduced for the first time, we use either a or an. And let us go for the next one. With quantity expressions to refer certain material objects. Let us see what are quantity expressions. You know what is quantity? That means sum. Quantity means bringing something together. With quantity expressions, when you talk about quantity expressions for certain material objects, we use the indefinite article either a or an. Look at the examples. A loaf of bread, a cake of soap, a sheet of paper, an item of furniture, a piece of information. So with quantity expressions, we use the indefinite article either a or an. And the next one, before a singular noun used as an example of a class. It is an example of a class. For example, an elephant is a big animal. Yeah, we are talking about big animals. So to talk about big animals, we have taken an example as an elephant. So an elephant is a big animal before a singular noun used as an example of a class. Here in this sentence, in the example, I am talking about big animals. So to refer or to talk about big animals, I have taken an example as an elephant has been taken as an example here. That's why an elephant is a big animal. Look at the second example. A rose is a beautiful flower. Here I'm talking about beautiful flowers. For that, I have taken an example, and the example that has been taken is a rose. So a rose is a beautiful flower. A rose is a beautiful flower. So in that case, also we use indefinite articles either a or an. Before names of professions, yeah, here professions, there are different professions: doctor, engineer, teacher, lawyer, singer, yes, artist, like that. There are different professions. As suppose when we talk about the professions, we use the indefinite article either a or an. Sriram is a teacher. Sriram is a teacher. Sindhu is an engineer. Sindhu is an engineer. Here, I'm talking about professions. Here, teacher, engineer, these are professions. So before professions, we use the indefinite article the. Sorry, we use the indefinite article either a or an. Okay. Here, let us go for the next one. In certain numerical expressions, numerical means number. Numerical expressions are numerical quantities. Expressions are quantities. For example, yeah, he ordered 100 chairs for our college. He ordered 100 chairs for our college. Here, 100, that is a numerical expression or a quantity. Yeah, here look at this second one. He faced a lot of trouble to convince them. He faced a lot of trouble to convince them. When we talk about quantity or numerical expressions, certain numerical expressions, we use either a or an. Okay, come to the next one. Before Mr. or Miss, this is very important. Before Mr. or Miss, when he or she is a stranger. Suppose if the newcomer is unknown to the speaker, if the newcomer is unknown to the speaker, if in such case we use the indefinite article either a or yan, like this, a Mr. Sandeep came to meet my brother. Generally, Sandeep is a proper noun. Before proper nouns, generally we don't use articles a, yan, or the. We don't. We never use these two articles, either definite article or indefinite article. But here, this case is very strange. Before Mr. or Miss, when he or she is a stranger, that means unknown to the speaker. When the speaker doesn't know the newcomer, in such case, a Mr. Sandeep came to meet my brother. A Miss Lata is waiting outside the chamber. Like this, we can use. And now you see, before plurals used as singulars. In certain cases, we use plurals as the one unit as singulars. For example, a barracks, an innings. India played an innings. Yes, they had yes, they had played an innings. Innings, that is actually that is a plural, but here it is used as a singular. So before plurals used as singulars, we use the indefinite article a or an. Okay. Go for the next one. Before abstract nouns in the sense of a kind of, before abstract nouns, already we discussed what are abstract nouns. Abstract nouns that cannot be seen, that cannot be touched, or that cannot be pursued. For example, truth, wisdom, beauty, knowledge, they are called abstract nouns. And before abstract nouns in the signs, in the sense of, in the meaning of a kind of, look at the example. A knowledge of history helps us always. A knowledge of history always helps us. A study of birds is called ornithology. Here, in the meaning of a kind of, we use abstract nouns. We use an indefinite article a or an before abstract nouns. Go for the next one. When we use the indefinite article, letters of the words are not important. Here, this is very important. When we use the indefinite article, under indefinite article, we use either a or an. Okay, a or an. Okay, both are one and the same, both give the same meaning. So here I am not saying a and an, I am saying a or an. When we use the indefinite article, letters of the words are not important. Though the words begin with vowels, sometimes they produce consonant sounds. Example, a European, a one-eyed beggar, a one-act play, a university. Look at these words. European, actually, the word begins with the letter E, and a one-eyed beggar, here the word begins with a vowel, O. A one-act play, O is a vowel. A university, university, U is a vowel. Here, what I want to say, though the words begin with vowels, sometimes they produce, not always, sometimes they produce consonant sounds. In such case, we use the indefinite article a European, a one-eyed beggar, a one-act play, a university, like that. Here, when you come to the next one, in the following words, the letter H is always silent. This is very important. You look at these words. H, actually, H is a consonant letter, but in certain words, the letter H is always remain silent. Examples. Look at the examples: an on, an a, an honest man, an honorable man, like this. Here, H is silent, so in such case, we use the indefinite article an. Here, though the word begins with a consonant letter, here the consonant letter is silent and it produces a vowel sound, so we use the indefinite article an or, an a, an honest man, an honorable man, like this. Yeah, come to the next one. We often talk about abbreviations. If an abbreviation begins with the following letters, for example, F, H, L, M, N, or S, H, with these letters, use the indefinite article an. Look at this: F, an FIR, an FRO, an HCU student, an HMT watch, HMT, an LLB graduate, an LIC agent, an MLA, an MBBS doctor, an NFC employee, an NCRT member, an RTC pass, an RMP doctor, an SCRT member, an SI, an X-ray report, an Excel sheet. Look at this. If an abbreviation begins with the following letters: F, H, L, M, N, R, S, X. If abbreviations begin with the following letters, we use the indefinite article can. So here, if the abbreviation is pronounced as a word, this is a different one. If the abbreviation is pronounced as a word, that is when abbreviations are pronounced as words, generally we call them acronyms. Use either a or an basing on the pronunciation. Generally, look at the examples. A SARC country. Here, this is a SARC country. In the previous example, an SI, that is different. Here, a SARC country. A NOC agent, a NOC agent, a NASA scientist, an ICRISAT professor, a NATO member. Look at these examples. If the abbreviation is pronounced as a word, that is, it is an acronym, use either a or an basing on the pronunciation. So here, the most important thing that we should keep in our minds is the word is not important, the sound is very important. If the word begins with a vowel sound, use yan. If the word begins with a consonant sound, then use a. This is very important rule. And the primary rule, don't forget the primary rule. We use whether it is a definite article a or yan. Yes, whether it is a definite article a or yan. What is the primary rule? A or yan, we use them before a singular noun. Either a or an we use before a singular noun. For example, yes, regarding a, we use a before a singular noun which begins with a consonant sound, and an is used before a singular noun which begins with a vowel sound, like this. Come to the next one. A few main verbs, such as, there are certain verbs. This is also very important. There are certain verbs as such as walk, run, swim, talk, drink, look, present, visit, bath, stand, study, yes, etc. Yes, there are certain verbs. Look at these verbs. Yes, these are used as nouns and verbs. Yeah, they are sometimes, in some occasions, generally they are verbs, but sometimes they are We use them as nouns also. If they are used as nouns, use either a or an before them, basing on the pronunciation. If the word produces, if the word gives a vowel sound, then use an. And if the word produces a consonant sound, use a. Look at just I would like to give a few examples for this principle, for this idea. We go for a walk every day. Here, look, come to the next sentence. Children can walk for miles. Look at these two sentences. In the first sentence, a walk, here it is used as a noun. Children can walk for miles. Here, walk is used as a verb. So, in the first sentence, it is used as a noun, and in the second sentence, it is used as a verb. When such verbs are used as nouns, use the indefinite article either a or an. So, we go for a walk every day. Look at the next one. Have a talk with the manager. Let us talk to the authorities. There are two sentences. These two are different sentences. Have a talk with the manager. Let us talk to the authorities. In the two sentences, in the first context, in the first sentence, it is used as a noun. Having a talk, have a pleasant talk, have a talk with the manager. In the second sentence, your talk is used as a verb. So such verbs that are used as nouns, in such case, use either a or an before them. Look at the next example. He visited the exhibition. Look at this one, visit. Yes, he visited the exhibition. She paid a visit to the exhibition. Okay. Look at this. He visited the exhibition. She paid a visit to the exhibition. Here, in this sentence, in the first sentence, visited is used as a verb, and in the second sentence, it is used as a noun. Here, what I would like to say, what I want to say is there are certain verbs such as walk, run, swim, talk, drink, look, present, visit, bath, stand, study, etc. Yes, when these verbs are used as nouns, please use either a or an before them. That is another idea. And yes, so far we have learned how do we use either a or an in our usage, in our language. Now, this is also very important. Yes, the indefinite article is not used before. We should not use the indefinite article a or an before certain things. Let us see them one by one. Yes, before plural nouns. Look at the examples: boys, books, pens, birds, animals, like that. Yes, before plurals, we should not use the indefinite article a or an. Okay, this is one idea. And the second one, before names of meals. Here, when used in general sense, breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper. Before names of meals, we should not use the indefinite article a or an. Before material nouns, wood, silk, iron. Yes, before certain material nouns, we should not use the indefinite article a or an. And before uncountable nouns, what are uncountable nouns? For example, sand, water, clay, wheat, sugar, milk. So before such a uncountable nouns, we should not use the indefinite article either a or an. So these are very important. Yes, we should not use the indefinite article before certain things or certain places. What are they? Plural nouns, before names of males, before material nouns, and before uncountable nouns, we should not use the indefinite article either a or an. Now let us go to the next one, the. Yeah, the is, we use it definite article. The is used without nouns which are specific and unique. With nouns which are specific and unique. Here you see, I have given some examples. Specific and unique things in the universe. We use the definite article the before them. Yeah, look at the examples. The sun, the moon, the earth, the Atlantic, the North Pole, the Varangal Fort, the Charminar, the Taj. So with nouns which are specific, the nouns which are unique, we use the indefinite article the. Go to the next one. Known to the speaker or listener already. If the person is already known, if the place is already known to the speaker, in such case we use the definite article the. For example, the commissioner. I met the commissioner. Here, yes, I know who the commissioner is. I met the mayor. Yes, I have seen him at the railway station. Yeah, that means here I know the place. I know the person. So I met him at the market. At the market. So when the person or the place is already known to the speaker or listener, in such case, we use the definite article the. And the next one with musical instruments. That there is an important idea. Musical instruments, when the musical instruments are singular. So what are musical instruments? Flute, guitar, piano, sitar, harp. All these are musical instruments. So before musical instruments, we use the definite article the flute, the guitar, the piano, the sitar, the harp, etc. And the next one, before a singular noun that represents the whole class. This is a very good idea. Before a singular noun that represents the whole class. Yes, suppose if we take a particular noun, when it represents the entire species or the entire class or the whole race, in such case we use the definite article the. For example, the camel is the sheep of the desert. The shark is the largest sea animal. Look at this example. The shark is the largest sea animal. I'm not talking specifically about any shark. As here, the shark means it represents the whole class. It represents the total species. The camel is the ship of the desert. Here, you see this camel means I am not talking about any camel specifically. As I am talking about the entire species. I am talking about the entire race or entire class. Yes, the camel means it represents the whole family. So the whole family of camels. So the camel is the sheep of the desert. In such case, that means before a singular noun that represents the whole class, yes, we use the definite article the. And the next one, with nouns referring to the human parts of the body. Look at this. Human parts, human parts. We have many human parts, head, hands, legs, like that. Yes, when we are referring to the human parts of the body, we use the definite article the. Look at the example. The heart is an important organ of our body. It is true. The heart is an important organ of our body, isn't it? Yeah. Yes. Without the lungs, we can't breathe. So here, these are human parts of the body. So when we are referring to the human parts of the body, we use the definite article the. And for the next one, if the is a if the is placed before an adjective, that is used as a noun. Look at this. It conveys the meaning of a plural form. Look at the example. If you look at the example, you will get a clear idea. For example, rich, poor. These two are adjectives. Generally, these two are adjectives. Blind, lame, cripple. Okay. Yes, dumb. Yes, these are. I saw a dumb man. Yes, he was a blind. I saw a blind beggar. Yeah, like this. Yes, a poor beggar. Yeah, like this. You look at these sentences. Actually, all these are adjectives. When the definite article the is placed before the adjectives, they will be they will be they will become nouns. Yes, you look at the example. The rich should help the poor. The rich should help the poor means here, the rich means here it is not adjective. When the definite article the is placed before the word, before the adjective rich, it has become a noun. Means the rich means rich people. The phrase the rich represents a rich people, and the poor means poor people. The blind are very active means here not, it is not adjective. By using the definite article the before blind, yes, it has become a noun, and it gives the meaning of blind people. So if the is placed before an adjective, that is used as a noun. This is another idea. and with the parts of the day. This is also very important, except night with the parts of the day. Parts of the day means morning, afternoon, evening. Look at the example. The minister is arriving in the morning. The minister is arriving in the morning. In the morning. He goes for a walk in the evening. He goes for a walk in the evening. So to refer or to talk about the parts of the day, we use, except night, we use the definite article the. This is another idea. And to refer back means when you are talking about a person or a thing that has already been mentioned. Look at the example. I met a girl and a boy in the station. Yeah, here this is the very first time I'm talking about a girl and boy. That's why here indefinite article a is used. I met a girl and a boy in the station. I'm going to refer them back. Just I'm again in the next sentence. I'm going to talk about these two. So the girl is about 10 and the boy is about 5 years old. Look at this. This is the best example to refer back, to talk back, or when the person or the thing that has already been mentioned, when I am going to refer back, when I am going to talking about those whom I have already been talked about. In such case, we use the definite article the. Here, I met a girl and a boy in the station. The girl is about 10 and the boy is about 5 years old. Okay, come to the next one. Referring forward. That means the noun is qualified if the noun is qualified by a class. The novel which I bought yesterday was the previous one was referring back. To refer back. Here, look at the next one, that is referring forward. That means the novel which I bought yesterday was interesting. Which I bought yesterday is, this is the phrase, this is a clause, and just yes, I am talking about the novel. Which I bought yesterday was interesting. What did I bring? What did I buy yesterday? Yes, a novel. That is the novel which I bought yesterday was interesting. The student whom I motivated became a doctor. So referring forward, we use the definite article the. And the next one, before adjectives in the superlative degree. Yeah. So what is superlative degree? Cleverest, richest, poorest, tallest, thickest, farthest, simplest, easiest, hardest. Yes, all these are superlative degrees. Good, better, best, bad, worst, like this. These are superlatives. And before superlatives, adjectives, before adjectives in the superlative degree, we use the definite article the. Honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. He is the cleverest boy in the class. In the class. Yes, so before adjectives in the superlative degree, we use the definite article the. And before ordinals, what are ordinals? Suppose generally when you give numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, that is different. I'm talking about ordinals. What are ordinals? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. If you go, yes, we go like that. Yes, they are called ordinals. And before such ordinals, we use the definite article the. Look at the example. Rakesh Sharma was the first Indian to go into space. Kiran Bedi is the first woman IPS officer in India. So the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. So before ordinals, we use the definite article the. Before only when used as adjective. When only, look at the word only. When only is used as an adjective. Look at the example. Abdul was the only boy who raised doubts in the class. Kiran is the only boy who submitted all the details. The only, when only is used as an adjective, as before only, we use the definite article the. And the next one, before names of seas, rivers, chains of mountains, groups of islands, canals, waterfalls, newspapers, we use the definite article the. Look at the examples, the Arabian Sea, the Atlantic Ocean, the Godavari, the Andaman Islands, the Alps, the Niagara, the Times of India. In such case, we use the definite article the. Before names of some books of religious importance. For example, the Gita, the Bible, the Quran, the Guru Granth Sahib, like this. These are books of religious importance. In and before such books, we use the definite article the. But here there is a clause, there is a condition. That is an exception is there. That is, if the author's name is mentioned, don't use the definite article the. For example, you can say the Ramayana, you can say the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, you can say, but you cannot say, but Valmiki's Ramayana, but the Valmiki's Ramayana, you cannot say like that, because here the author's name is mentioned. When the author's name is mentioned before the holy books, we cannot use the definite article the. Okay, come to the next one. Before names of countries or states which signify a combination of more than one unit, and those which have words like a republic, united, federation, kingdom, like that. Examples: the, the United States of America, the United Kingdom, the United Arab Emirates. So when the names of countries or states which signify a combination of more than one unit, for to remember very easily, yes, if the countries have words like a republic, united, federation, kingdom, if such tags are there with the name titles of the countries, in such case we use the definite article the. And go for the next one. Before the comparatives, when they are repeated, this is a, yes, we use the definite article the before superlative adjectives and before comparatives when they are repeated. Look at the example, the more the higher. So you look at the example, the more you read, the more you discover. The more you read, the more you discover. The more you work, the more your salary will be hiked. Your salary will be enhanced. Your salary will be raised. The more you work, the more you will get. The more you get. The more you work, the more you get. The more you read, the more you discover. Like that. Before comparatives, when the comparatives are repeated, we use the definite article the. And to the next one, before the types of meal, if known or already mentioned, generally we never use the definite article the or indefinite article a or an before names of meals. But here, when they are specifically, when it is a specific one, when it has already been mentioned, in such case we use the definite article the. The lunch you served, at your home was very delicious. I am not talking in general, I am talking about a particular one, that is the lunch that was served at his house was very delicious. Okay, come to the next one. Before a proper noun used as a common noun, generally we never place the definite article the before names of persons or places. For example, Rama, Krishna, or Govind. Yes, we never place the definite article the before them. But if the proper nouns are used as common nouns, in such case we use the definite article the. Come to the examples. High-tech city, it is a proper noun. Yes, it is the name of a place. High-tech city is the Silicon Valley of Telangana. Here, Silicon Valley is not a proper noun. It is used as a common noun. Look at the second one. Kalidasa is called the Shakespeare of India. So when proper nouns are used as common nouns, in such case we use the definite article the. And the next one, before names which name the people of a country collectively. For example, the English ruled India for more than two countries. Here the English means the people of England, the people of United Kingdom. In such case, we use the definite article the. Before surnames used in plurals, for example, the Tatas, the Birlas. So that is another one. And the next one, the definite article. This is also very important. Where should, yes, we should not use the definite article the in certain places. Look at the one before abstract nouns. For example, abstract nouns. What are abstract nouns? That cannot be seen, that cannot be pursued, or that cannot be touched. For example, yes, joy, wisdom, sorrow, patience, anger, knowledge, all these are abstract nouns, and before abstract nouns, we should not use the definite article the. And the second one, the definite article is not used before proper nouns. India, China, China, Tagore, like that. And the third one, the definite article is not used before names of meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Yes, when it is when it is specified, when we are talking about a particular one, then we use the definite article. Come to the next one. It is not used before parts of the body. That means with the possessive pronouns. With the parts of the body, we use generally. Yes, the heart is the important organ in our body. Yeah, that is okay. That is accepted. When the parts of the body are preceded by the possessive pronouns, you look at the example. My legs. his eyes, your limbs. Here, legs, eyes, limbs, these are parts of the body, but here they are preceded by possessive pronouns. If the parts of the body as body are preceded by possessive pronouns, in such case we never use the indefinite definite article the. Okay, the definite article is not used before names of certain substances like steel, gold, cotton, silk, such material nouns. Okay, nouns. The definite article is not used before nouns referring to certain institutions. Look, when they are said with their primary purpose. For example, go to school, go to hospital, go to church. Yes, why do we go to school? We go to school to study. To study is the primary purpose. Why do we go to hospital? To consult the doctor, meet the doctor, visit the doctor. That is the primary purpose. Yes, yes. Yes, go to church. Yes, why do we go to church? We go to church to worship the Lord, worship God. So when we use these in primary purposes, we never use the definite article the before them. Okay, right. The definite article is not used before titles or positions. For example, titles or positions. People have chosen him their king. If we elected him president, not we elected him the president, we elected him president. That's all. Okay, next one. That is the definite article is not used before words showing nationality used in plural forms. Australians, Indians, Americans, Hungarians. When the nationality is used in plural forms, we don't use the definite article the. Okay, the definite article is not used before names of mountains, peak, mountains or peaks or hills. For example, Mount Abu, as Mount Everest, Tirumala Hills. We never use the definite article the before them. The definite article is not used before the phrases all day and all night. It rained all day due to cyclone. It rained all the day. Don't say all the day. It rained all day due to cyclone. Like this we use. Here, the definite article is not used before names of languages. English, Telugu, Sanskrit, Hindi. Before languages, we never use. And we never use the definite article the before names of sports and games. Cricket, volleyball, shuttle, badminton, kabaddi, kho. Yes, these are sports and games. We never place the definite article the before them. And here there is an activity for us. An ant is an industrious creature. Yes, fill in the blanks with the either a or am. An ant is an industrious creature. These are very important for your examination. We can't live without a fan nowadays. APJ Kalam is an extraordinary man. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Yes, an ATM is a useful machine. An honest man is always respected. Amitabh is a famous doctor. Saroj Naidu was a great poet. The Ramayana is an epic. Are you a vegetarian? He is an MLA and a man of principles. He is an honest man. He has got a house of his own. He is a historian. Wait and all. This is activity one, and activity two is for your home assignment. Please look at the activity two. Yes, fill in the blanks with a, an, or the. I have studied in government school. Rajesh is enterprising businessman. Today there is a lot of progress in field of communication. Idea can change your life. Madhu is a cleverest boy in class. People usually go for walk in morning. Mary is Australian, but her husband is European. Dash blind, dash deaf, and dash dumb lead dash difficult life. More you learn, dash more you benefit. Mukesh Ambani is Bill Gates of India. Please fill in the blanks with a, an, or the. This is your home assignment. Thank you. Thank you all.